Don't you look cute?
You're so white.
Stop! I can't control the fact that I'm white.
You glow. Hi. Alright, let's do it. Yep, so as you guys know, we are having a baby. And
Surprise!
That means that I am pregnant. And
yes.
It's a bunch of surprises here.
He's starting to show finally.
Yeah, I've been showing for a while now.
But yeah, so we wanted to do this video, and originally we were going to do this on the day that we had our appointment to confirm the gender, and we will explain that in a little bit. And we were in the car on the way to the doctor's appointment, day before Thanksgiving, took the camera out, went to pointing at Dustin, start recording, being like, hey babe, what are we doing today? And there wasn't a card.
And so today we're doing it, and we've known for a while now.
And it's been hard, and there's been lots of slips, but thankfully no one has caught on. What has been your favorite moment so far in the pregnancy?
My favorite moment has probably been the times where I call you and I'm like, what's for dinner? And you say pizza, because if anybody knows Brooke, you know that she doesn't eat pizza at all. So
Never.
For us to have a dinner where we're eating not just pizza but just straight up cheese pizza, that's a pretty good moment. Now that's a kind of a great moment, but that's not my favorite. My favorite was when we saw the baby move the first time.
You can't take my story.
Well, that was my favorite moment. So we saw the baby move for the first time, and that was the greatest moment. Now your side.
That's the difference between a guy telling a story and a girl telling the story. It was our 12-week appointment. I think at that point I was actually like 13 weeks. And it was supposed to be like a run-of-the-mill, you go in, they check for a heartbeat, you're done. And we just happened to get lucky enough that there was a medical student who needed to practice finding a heartbeat in an ultrasound. And so they're like, hey, do you mind? We're like, no, we get to see our baby, of course not. And the screen was towards the doctor and the student and Dustin, so they could all see what was going on. I'm just laying there, like holding my phone, hoping I'm at the right angle where I can watch this video later. So I hear them talking, and it was like, oh, okay, awesome. Finish our appointment. I get out into the hallway. Dustin's like, hey, I'm gonna use the bathroom really quick. I'm like, okay. And so I pull out my phone to watch the video, and I had no idea that the baby was so wiggly. And so I'm watching this video, I like started crying in the hallway, and I was like, oh my gosh, my baby's alive and moving. So I think all of the other moments in pregnancy, at least for me, have just been exciting. But I think that was the first, other than like when I found out I was pregnant, where I got like really emotional and choked up, and like it was really, really special for me.
We wanted to go ahead and let you know what we are having. And yes, it's a baby, but more specifically, we are having a boy! We're having a boy. So we're excited to see his little face, and we've kind of already seen like side profiles. And one thing we've learned is that his spine from the ultrasound looked exactly like my spine. So that's good.
That's not what the text said. We have known for a while, and we just had our gender confirmation. And the story behind that, I'm 23 weeks, it goes all the way back to 14 weeks. And as many of you probably know, and if you don't, this is something you'll learn very quick, I'm not the most patient person. And I will admit that. And so when I got my appointment scheduled with my doctor's office, and realized I wasn't gonna find out what I was having until I was 22 weeks, I was like, no, that's a long time to wait, because we found out at 4 weeks that we were pregnant, so that's a long time. And after doing some research, we found this awesome office in Fairfax, Virginia, that would do gender ultrasound appointments like as early as 14 weeks. So I was like, done calling, making the appointment. Like, we had his family coming down, we were gonna do a gender reveal, and it's supposed to be what, like 20-30 minutes, I think. of like, that's what the normal appointment's supposed to be. Because they go in, they show you the baby, and then they look for the gender. And that was not what it was. It took us 3 hours for this little baby boy to uncross his legs.
But our little guy, he likes to cross his legs, and that is okay.
Yeah, so we went in for our appointment and looked at the baby. I was like, oh my gosh, it's so much bigger than 2 weeks ago, and it was so cute. And then the ultrasound tech's like, all right, now lay on your side, and just go to your other side, and like poking my stomach, and like, all right, little baby, like we need you to cross your legs. It was perfectly in the position where like you couldn't really go from underneath or the side or anywhere. And it got to the point where there were people in the waiting room coming for the next appointment. So she's like, all right, guys, like just go out, like give me like 15 minutes, you'll be fine. And so we went to Starbucks, the first caffeine I have had in probably like 2.5 months at that point. And I got like a tea from Starbucks and like drank all of it. And I was like, all right, baby has caffeine, like he's gonna move, this is gonna be great. Got back in, had another like 10 minutes before someone else came in, and he still would not move. And so I was like, oh, okay. She's like, all right, just go wait in the waiting room, it'll be fine. This should be quick, it's another gender. And I'm like, oh, okay. She was literally out of there in 10 minutes. And I was like, come on, baby. Like, communicate with her, baby, and figure out something, because this is crazy. And we finally got back in, and I want to say it was another like 10 to 15 minutes at least. And it finally, he finally uncrossed his legs, and the tech got a picture, and that night, like, I was like, we got the picture, right? Like, we know what we're having. They're like, oh yeah, we definitely know. I'm like, okay. And so we did the gender reveal with, our family and a couple really close friends. But we didn't, because that was such a process, we didn't really want to reveal it super early just because it was so difficult. We just wanted to make sure that we got, like, the 22-week picture, and we weren't going to be making another video in a couple weeks being like, surprise, we were wrong. So just a quick update. I'm 23 weeks along as of today, and we are really, really excited. Our last doctor's appointment, we have all of the appointments scheduled out until March, which is going to be here before we know it.
The baby is healthy, and all the measurements were right. We got a call from the radiologist. Well, Brooke got a call Monday from the radiologist, and all the measurements are exactly where they need to be, and so we are super excited.
And so as we continue to get the nursery together and I continue to grow more gigantic, if you guys could just continue to keep us in prayer. I know that so many people have messaged us and talked to us in person and just said, like, we're praying for you, we're praying for the baby. And we are so, so grateful for each and every one of those prayers. I honestly believe that I've had such an easy pregnancy because so many people are supporting us and praying for us.
Just thank you guys, and we'll see you on the other side.
What is this, Stranger Things?
I don't know.
All right, bye, guys.
See ya.